Everyone's rolling?
Yep. Okay.
Take one. People, weather, skyscrapers, food, rivers, music, adventure, motorcycles. Yeah, so I'm born and raised in Tucson, Arizona. There's desert landscape, there's tons of dirt roads, plenty of mountains. It's a special place. Moving here was a very, very different experience. Instead of mountains, I had skyscrapers. Instead of dirt roads, nothing but pavement. New York City adventure riding might be a little bit different than my typical dual sport riding. Your senses have to be really focused on what you're doing. You have to be very present. So I didn't think about the pandemic when I was on the motorcycle. It was actually a very freeing experience. So it was a great way to escape the city, escape kind of the current pandemic. That was something that really helped keep me sane during this time. Generally, everybody was terrified of what was going on around us in the city. I remember when Broadway shut down and thinking that, you know, this is now real. That's when I knew that, and being able to sleep with my windows open, that's when you really knew the city went quiet. When I felt like I needed to get out, the motorcycle was really an avenue for me to get outside of what was happening around me. This was an opportunity to really explore other parts of New York. So I got on the bike, and I just remember crossing over the bridge and looking back at the city and having like this weight like lifted off my chest. I went to Queens and got to go into these unique fish stores where you can get every type of fish you could imagine, and little very sweet pastry shops where the person there that's serving you just made that pastry. The unique thing about this is that you actually don't have to go so far to experience all these other cultures. That was really the adventure part of this time during pandemic. I may not have traveled too far, but there was so much to see in my own backyard. When I get on the motorcycle, there's always this adrenaline of just starting the motorcycle up and this excitement about what I'm gonna go do and what I'm gonna go see. There's a lot of definitions of what ADV riding is, and I think that maybe we get too caught up into the definition of itself. That's why I really like this Revit Women's Adventure team, is that we all are living our own adventure. Part of the women's team is to help embrace and empower that and help other women riders identify their own adventure. This year has been maybe a slight divergence from what I typically consider adventure riding, but riding in the city is no less an adventure in and of itself. Riding through Times Square and seeing all the bright lights, you just feel this energy, and that's the energy that we want to have to come back to New York. A lot of our inspirations are like, we want to go sell everything and ride the world, right? And like, that's kind of the daydream that I have. But in reality, I'm not willing to quit my day job, and I just think that you can do these things piece by piece, riding the world one trip at a time.
New York chapter done.